Um, I realize the importance of exercise, and I really want to be exercising, and um, I really think that you're obstructing my right to the health that I would have if you stopped being terrorists and started being employees of the government. Now, football, coach, is really, really important, isn't it? Yes. Seems like everybody has to play football. When I was reading in the newspaper about my sons playing football for the Quilcene football, well, I actually want them, and I want you to enforce the laws. Now, I've given enough evidence to prove that you are terrorists, Sheriff. You're a terrorist. I don't give a fuck what you did in the military when you were 20 years old. I don't care if you're in the reserves at 55 years old. Pooch. When you don't enforce the laws of the United States, you're a fucking terrorist. Now, why was more important than the Constitution of this great nation? And it might be the Air Force needs to go through all of those in the reserve that thought that, well, I can be in the Air Force and I can support the family. Pooh, 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 pooh. Now, these football, International Women's Flag Football Association. Oh my gosh. Pop Warner Little Scholars. Yes. Why don't you get me all of those in every football association, every football team, and every cheerleader of every football team? If somebody's using ions, to be on, those in Christianity, there's a good probability that they would want to be on every fan. Coach, in fact, get me all the tickets to every football game for the last 10 years in every stadium. 20 miles down and any satellites that can broadcast ions, pooch, so as to saturate those that are fans, because of their herd-like mindset of, we're going to a football game, we have to have sex with each other when we get home. Now, I had thought about this horse racing. Yes. Those in, what is it again? Organized crime, Capone? Pooch. Where somebody always had to be in the back pocket. We just couldn't see them. Why don't you get me every location of every racetrack 20 miles down and every individual that placed a bet or participated? Mm. I'd like to have an accounting of every racetrack, every NASCAR racetrack, every drag racetrack. Just look for track, TRACK, horse racetrack, dog racetrack. Have you ever felt a compulsion as a dog to race through another dog while they're racing? Now, let's say you're always the winner, are you? While you're supporting a military coup of the United States because of your refusal to enforce the laws. I'm just going to need to know the last 20 years of Green Acres. Yes, Long Acres. Pooh. Now, I know there are a lot of those in the family. They have a gambling compulsion where they bet on everything. Why don't you get me the surveillance camera footage of every cage where they hand out money? Let's say you're betting on the trifecta. You put $30 down and you always walk away with 3,000. Oh my gosh. Those that have been betting on, well, exactly how did you print that ticket? Now, let's say I had a computer, yes, that was connected to every racetrack. Jockey. I'm attracted to very short women that are maybe 4'8" to 5'2". Yes. That know how to ride a horse. Yes. That like the thought of working out through a man that's 6 foot tall, 265 pounds. Have you ever lifted weights through the body of somebody much larger than yourself? No, I haven't.